We were doing that show, and you were going through some relationship problems.
Yes.
And I somehow wound up in your dressing room, and things were being thrown around at you, and you went out of your way. Yeah, I mean, there was like, I think a TV was being thrown at you. And then but Tom like grabbed me and was like totally kept us cool. And thinking about it now, I don't know how you did it.
Yeah.
But your focus shifted to me, and you brought me outside, and like, and then the door was slammed behind you, and you put your hands on my shoulder. You're like, "I love you, bud. I gotta handle this." But and I said, I remember, I didn't say much because I was young, but I was like, "Are you all right, Tom?" And you go,
"Yeah.
Buddy, I think I'm getting divorced."
Well,
and then this is the best part. And then I'm like, okay, and I was like, wow, shit. Well, I'm gonna better let him have some privacy. And I go walk, and you turn around to go back in, and the door's locked. You're like,
of course.
No, and you start banging on the door.
That was, and it was funny because
sweet man, dude.
Our
you
show, absolutely,
dude, you totally like. You shelved your own stuff to make sure that the youth in the room was okay first, and that is how.
It's also not the first time that happened, but I had my office was John Wayne's old office. That's what I was told there on the CBS MTM lot, and it was upstairs. And when things were going sideways, Roseanne filmed on the same lot as us.
Yeah, right.
When things are going sideways, you know, she would come over there or throw my, like I had these beautiful glass statues or whatever. They'd be out the window. There'd be a pile of glass. I'd look up.
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, okay, this is not.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, my. I just remember, first of all, there were also nights where, you know, Andy, and this is before, obviously, he could text us pictures and stuff, but he would come home and I'd be like, hey, what did you do? What did you
We go hang out at Planet
He's
Hollywood.
He's like, Tom took me and we went and smoked cigars with Arnold.
Yeah, of course.
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah.
One of my favorite stories. I was in one of
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
your weddings. I was in, I was a groomsman, and we were in the hotel room, and you were getting ready, and I'm sitting there, and you know, it's like kind of like the guy's moment in the hotel room before the wedding, and Schwarzenegger comes in, and he grabs the TV remote, and he goes, "Okay, guys, here comes the porn," and he turns on like softcore hotel porn, and is smoking cohibas, and I'm like, this is the coolest. Like, what a cool moment.
Well, he is.
He's a great guy, man.
Arnold, you know, we did the movie many years ago, True Lies. And you,
dude, by the way,
still
that
one of the
movie,
best.
one of the best ever.
Classics.
I mean, I would go as far as to say Cameron's best movie all around.
In
like,
my opinion,
really
as a film, I appreciate Avatar for what it is.
Aliens,
Terminator,
great, all that, but True Lies, there's just something about that movie, man.
It is the best film.
You know why? Because it's packed with so much. You have the great action movie, but also like
human
deep stuff being dealt.
And
then you bring in the comedy and your relationship with Schwarzenegger.
The ice cube trays out of the freezer.
You just can't beat it. That's like lightning in a bottle.
I'll tell you this.
Ice cube
I will never forget that line.
Freezer.
What kind of sick?
Oh my God.
When he checks himself and all the bullets goes off.
Okay, we're good. Epic classic moment, man.
Give me the goddamn page.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Here's my favorite. When a character
you knew about that?
Funny, when a character
I don't want to be in the van anymore. Why am I always in the van? Oh my God.
When a character is that funny, okay, but
grounded.
But
in that movie,
the character doesn't know he's funny.
Right, of course.
That's the key.
Wow,
because let me tell you something. Eddie Murphy had that too.
Yes.
Okay, and
up until Beverly Hills Cop 3.
And Eddie Murphy lost it. He became a caricature of Eddie Murphy, in my opinion.
I think he's back now.
He's back. But
now.
for many years during the Norbits and all these things, Pluto Nash, and he was playing himself.
Right.
But Axel Foley had no idea how funny he was.
Yeah.
All right? And when they threw him out of that window in Beverly Hills Cop, he's like,
oh my God.
And the police roll up, he's like, oh, guys, thank God you're here. He's like, what the fuck? I just got thrown out of a fucking window.
Exactly.
So funny.
He's brilliant. I love that.
Me too. I love Eddie.
You embodied in that
You
film.
embodied that.
Well, here's
Your
why.
character was so funny, but you didn't know it.
Jim Cameron let me do it. Like Jim Cameron and Arnold. The Fox did not want me in that movie to be a third guy. And Jim Cameron went to the mat. I went over and my agent set up a meeting with him, and I knew it was like a mercy meeting because they thought Roseanne and I were leaving William Morris. So they're like, oh, call Jim Cameron. Please meet with him. I know you don't want to cast him in the part. Please meet. So I went over there, and I almost didn't even go. I was embarrassed. Wow. And then I went over there, and I talked to him, and he's great. You know, we shoot the shit a little bit. And then he's like, okay, let's do the scene. And I was like, I didn't even read it because I know I'm not getting the movie. So why even try? That's a lesson. And he goes, oh, okay, you're here. Read it. It's three pages. Just read it to me. I read it to him once, and he was like, huh. And then he goes, get Arnold down here. Arnold was upstairs. I didn't know Arnold was upstairs.
What?
And
the
reason,
my God.
He said the reason he cast me, because I was standing next to him as Arnold comes down the stairs, and he said, I turned to him, Cameron did, and said, I could take him. Like, I really... And I did it. Like, okay, I'm sizing this guy up like you do with guys.
Oh,
and he said, that's what. And, he had to go tell Fox and they were not happy. And he goes, well, then I'll make it a Paramount. This is the movie. That's the guy.
Wow.
This is the movie.
Oh,
And
man.
I didn't realize how lucky I was. I was like, because that was my first big, movie. And we had a great time together. And we're all still friends. And it was the first $100 million movie.
Yeah.
And we had all this fun together, and I thought, I bet all movies are like this. It turns out no movies are like
No.
that.
I know,
But
man.
Jim he would let me ad lib. I mean, he had his limits.
No,
And he'd go, Tom, do it my way once. And then then with when Arnold breaks the window out of the car when he's mad, he goes, now do it 17 different ways. Smart guy. Whoa. And so I'd have to think it was kind of fun, except they had to keep resetting the window.
Oh, my
But
God.
the scene in front of the pole, the light pole, or when the terrorist comes out the window.
The bullets come out.
Bullets ricochet.
You check your whole body and your balls.
I didn't do that. I didn't do that at first, but we was shooting at nights at Georgetown, which is outside of Washington, D.C.
I know
Anytime you
Georgetown
shoot in
is.
Washington, D.C., it's tough to shut down stuff. And there was a lot of people watching. You can't see them there in the movie, but a lot of people watch it. And the guy comes out there, he shoots, the squibs go off on the pole, and I was like, okay, I didn't do anything. And he yells, cut. He goes, Tom, reset the pole, reset the window, and this time do something. And I thought, I'm going to do everything. And that's what he ended up.
Oh, my
Genius, Tom.
God.
Yeah.
Awesome. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm going to do everything.
And
I mean,
Bill-
that moment you. I mean, that was like you couldn't. Just pure
I
genius.
remember we were in, and by the way, Andy was already friends with you at this point.
Yeah,
Obviously,
of
you'd
course,
already had
of
these
course.
amazing
Yeah,
events.
yeah.
It was the coolest. It was
But
was so
we went to
freaking
see
cool.
that.
Oh.
We went to see that movie. Okay, and I don't even know if you remember this. We were in Maui, and there was a Planet Hollywood right there.
Oh, yeah. there
In
was-
Lahaina. Okay,
Yeah,
Planet
yeah.
we'd always go
Yep.
because they
Yeah.
just like you, they would fly us
Yeah.
around to the openings
Yeah,
of those
yeah,
Planet
yeah, it
Hollywood.
was
Great
great.
times.
With the
They hook you up
jackets.
with
I missed
food.
that.
Yeah.
Good time.
The free food.
Well, the free food,
Remember the
man.
Letterman jackets?
Yeah,
Remember the
the
Letterman
jackets
jackets?
and
all that
So we
stuff.
were in the movie theater in downtown Lahaina. True Lies was out, and Andy was obsessed with us going to see because obviously we all were. But
Yeah.
you were his
had
like
to see it.
godfather. So he was like,
Yeah.
"We got to go see Tom." We went to see it in Hawaii.
Oh, my God.
And in the movie theater, okay,
Yeah.
when your name came up on
Yeah.
the screen, Andy stood up
Yeah.
in that theater and was like,
Yeah.
"That's my friend."
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Yes.
In reality, because it was great fun to go around. We filmed for 7 months, and I was going through a divorce with
7
Roseanne, so
months?
it was a good thing to go to work.
Yeah,
you know?
Yes.
for sure.
And when Jim Cameron, he didn't tell me this till after the movie came out, but the first time he tested the movie, people are in there, they don't know what they're going to watch. All of a sudden it says a James Cameron movie. They're like, yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger, yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis, yeah. And they said my name, and people booed. Right.
What?
But by the end of that screening, they fill out these cards.
Yes,
And
there
they're
you
like,
go.
what character did you like
Redemption.
the best? And it was, so
That's
within
it.
that
Yes.
movie, people are like, I don't know him. I never knew him before when I hated him. But he might be okay.
Yeah,
'Cause
how
he's
about
good
that,
in this
Tom?
movie.
That performance like
Yeah.
changed the perception of what people were thinking about.
Yeah,
you.
and it was good because I'd been obviously working on Roseanne for 6 years.
Right.
And when we broke up, I mean, that job's gone. you know?
Right.
And so it was, Hollywood's like, yeah, he's rode her coattails, you know, no talent.
I remember the skew that was put on you. I
Yeah,
remember. I
he'll
remember.
be back in Iowa in a couple of weeks. I was
Yeah, I
like,
remember.
that's probably true. I will be. But I will be able to tell my grandkids, I worked on one of the best TV shows ever, Roseanne, for 6 years.
Yeah.
And Jim Cameron and Arnold, like, F those people. When this movie comes out in July, it's going to change everything. And I was like, I'd like to believe that.
Yes.
But it really did.
It sure did, man.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
not that I haven't made mistakes since then,
Well,
but it's
but
what you
everybody
do.
does.
Yeah, once you do something where people are like, I can't give anybody else credit for what what I just saw. It's
true.
You know, it's important to all of us.
It really is.
Absolutely.
And that's the thing about our jobs. The phone could ring today. And it can
I
change your
know.
life. Like,
Isn't
that's
that
crazy.
crazy? It is.
Yes.
No matter how long you spend,
Yeah.
how much
No
time you
kidding.
spend in it.
One of our
Yeah.
dear
That's the
friends
ebb and flow
is
of it,
John
man.
Travolta.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, I
He
love
has
John
been-
Travolta.
John has
John
been
Travolta is
an
the
amazing
best.
Yeah.
friend to us.
Yeah.
I
True.
love John.
Yeah.
I did a movie with John. He treated me
Yeah.
very much.
Oh,
The
he's
relationship
nice
you and
everybody.
Andy had,
Yeah.
I was a little older. That's
Yeah.
how John treated
Yeah,
me
yeah.
and our family. Okay.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. To this day, we still text all
Yeah,
the time.
he's
I
a
love
great
John.
guy.
I love you, John.
He is a truly,
He's a
and
good
he's
guy.
awesome talent.
So
he's
good.
a great guy.
Oh my God.
Great guy.
You
By the
know.
way, like John, you guys
Yeah.
both look unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
John's like 67, 68 years old.
He looks amazing.
Amazing. You look
He is
amazing.
Yeah, you do look
Thank
amazing.
So anyway,
I do look
but-
pretty
In fact,
good.
I would say you look better now.
Probably, yeah.
Dude,
well, I've looked worse before.
Yeah.
You know.
No, you look amazing.
Yeah. You
look great.
But John said it all the time. Speaking of that
Yeah.
one role, he said, you know, it was that time after Look Who's Talking, what was going to happen, and the phone rang when at his low point, and it was Quentin Tarantino going,
crazy.
I'm going to fight for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, they
And I
wouldn't
remember
say
Quentin
anything.
saying, they cut his budget.
Yeah.
And he still said, you guys, John's the guy.
Yep.
I'm going with him. He doesn't work anymore. He's on a box office.
Yeah.
You know, and nobody cares.
Yeah.
Right. And then the rest is history.
Yeah.
So it's that you're right. At any moment, something can happen.
But you also need the guy like Quentin Tarantino,
You
James
do.
Cameron, that
You need James.
that knows what they
They
want.
have the backbone.
Yes.
And they're like, well, I'm just we'll make it somewhere else.
Yep.
This is the movie.
That is
So take it or leave it.
Wow.
And what a great
Those
thing for
people
him.
are few and far between
Yeah.
now. They always were few and far
Yeah.
between. Now they're almost non-existent because
Right.
everybody's so worried and scared, and
So
you know,
true.
and nobody has a backbone. Thank you so much for watching this clip of the Brotherly Love Podcast.
For full episodes, go to the Brotherly Love Pod's YouTube channel, link in the description.
And for exclusive weekly bonus content, join our Patreon right now.
That's right. There's a link in the description for that too. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Thank you.
Thanks.